Hey, so tonight we're going to be doing a review of 12 Monkeys, which I watched a few days ago with my friend Raj, and I decided to rewatch it today. And I'm going to also be doing a review of this with Raj on my radio show, which will be interesting because he's pretty camera shy, even though there's no camera. But so yeah, uh, I'll put the channel in the description so you can watch out for that. 12 Monkeys is a great film, in my opinion. I'd give it a 9.4 out of 10. I actually love this movie. I think it's really special. I've owned it for many years. I've sort of just been putting it off. But it was really nice to see, and it's my second Terry Gilliam movie. Well, I actually take that back. I've seen four of his movies, but I've seen oh no, sorry, five. I've seen Meaning of Life, Holy Grail, Life of Brian, but they were so long ago that I was a kid, so I don't have the biggest memory of it. So I really have a memory of just Brazil and this. Brazil I saw like 5 years back, 4.5 years back, and then this one I just saw. And I do actually like Terry Gilliam a lot as a director. This film is very well shot. I think it could go over a lot of people's heads how well shot it is, but from the sets to the effects to the framing, cinematography, all that is very good. And at times it's great, in my opinion. I especially liked how they do some sets where it's like Baltimore in the future after the virus has wiped out humanity, and it was such a nice use of, actual Baltimore and transforming it into an apocalypse without like ugly CGI and stuff, and it just looks so real. Um, this film has just so many good things about it. It's a dream film, and one thing I've been thinking about recently is why do some dream films work and some don't? Dream slash surrealist films. Like, I watched the movie After Hours, like a couple months back, and I really did not like it. And yet I love this film. Yet they're both dream movies, both highly rated dream films, surrealist films. And yet I really can't explain why I love this film and why I dislike the other. I could explain it more for a movie like Eraserhead compared to like Blue Velvet or Mulholland Drive, because Eraserhead, the main reason I didn't like it was mostly due to style, and I didn't like the weird, like, it was kind of felt like it was a movie about abortion, and it just felt kind of gross. Not like morally gross. Um, I mean, it was just like physically disgusting to watch. Um, Although I suppose an argument could be made, it is morally gross, because it's kind of like a pro-abortion film, but I don't think it's like to a level of being gross, because obviously there are many people that support abortion that do it in an absolutely disgusting way and like basically promote it as a positive good. But there are people that have like reasonable reasons to do it, like life of the mother or rape or incest or some other thing. Um, and in this case, it was like horrific birth defects. So, of course, there's an argument to be made that you shouldn't abort it of any reason. But I don't know why I'm talking about this, but it just kind of came in my head. I can't control it when something comes in my head. It just sticks there. Um, So yeah, like I said, this is a dream movie at its best, and it's got all the hallmarks of it. But we're first like introduced into the world, and it is kind of like getting on a roller coaster. You know what I mean? You like get on, and you're a bit scared at the beginning, and you don't know what's gonna happen because you haven't been on this ride before. But as it goes on, you're like, oh yeah, I'm having fun. Like I didn't really know what was going on at first. I didn't know where the twists and turns were, but eventually I was like, yeah, I get it. It's going well. And after like, I'd say 20, 30 minutes, you really get into the film and some things kind of get ironed out. And it's like the film doesn't baby you through the process. It's a movie about like a about humanity that's gone underground because a virus has wiped out like 5 billion people, and they go back in time to like try to trace the virus to make a cure. And it sort of hinges on this idea that the past isn't changeable. They just have to like get some info to, make a cure in the present. And yeah, so he's like sent back, but it's to the wrong date. And then he's like in this mental asylum, and he meets Jeffrey Goins. Sorry, got a bit of a hiccup. I want to see, before we continue, I want to see if this got nominated or won any Oscars. Nominated for 2, okay. Okay, good. This is why I went to check this. This is like one of my favorite Brad Pitt roles, and maybe possibly one of my favorite roles I've ever seen. It's a very funny, very, very convincing role of like a very, I don't want to say mentally ill. He obviously is, but I want to be nice. He's like he's like a bit cuckoo and crazy, but this character played by Brad Pitt is just an absolute joy to watch. He's funny, he's crazy, he's got great energy. And like Brad Pitt's performance, not just with the dialogue, but like the way he used his like hands and his eyes and stuff were just insanely good, and it felt completely real. And yeah, so he spends time in this mental asylum, and then they restrain him, and then all of a sudden he like disappears, and like nobody knows how he got out of this restrained cell. Um, so then he's back in the present, and he gets sent back again, but then he's in like World War I for some reason, and then he gets transported to 1996, and he meets back up with this female doctor, Rally, I'll call it. I don't know how to pronounce that. Rayleigh. And I'm sorry, give me a second. And basically, he like holds her at gunpoint and is like, drive me to Philadelphia because that's where the virus started. And she's like saying, okay, he's crazy. He has this delusion that he's a time traveler. Um, I'm really skipping over a lot of things. Don't take my word that this is a great dream film. I'm skipping over the dreamy aspects. Essentially, peppered throughout this film is lots of little visual hints and, repetitive imagery as if you're having a dream that keeps resurfacing, and it really works to build this story fantastically. And yeah, so he goes with her to Philadelphia, and then, you know, they uncover that the 12 monkeys are real, but she really doesn't believe him, and then things go. He confronts Brad Pitt, and Brad Pitt's character is like, yeah, I got the idea for the virus off of you. You said that it'd be better if, all the humans were killed because in the mental asylum they were watching a show about animal testing, and his Brad Pitt's dad's a virologist. So you think Brad Pitt's the villain, but then the twist of the film is like it's not. Brad Pitt's character is just like this goofy guy that's obsessed with saving animals, and that's why I didn't want to call him mentally ill because I actually kind of love his character. He's a nice guy. He's just a bit quirky, I guess. No, he has mental problems, but in a nice way. Um, and yeah, so they go and free the animals from the zoo, and there's some awesome imagery of like zoo animals in Baltimore. But then they find out as they go on an airport, fleeing from a dream, or fleeing from the cops, they see the guy that's actually responsible for spreading the virus. Um, and, Cole, Bruce Willis's character, tries to kill him, but he basically, the girl, the doctor, screams, and then he looks back, and then he's shot. The worst review I've ever done, but the truth is, you cannot review a dream movie with any luck. So essentially, the ending scene at the airport is colliding with a dream he had been having. Like I said, like repetitive imagery peppered throughout. He's been having a dream of him as a kid, seeing this guy get shot and this woman scream behind him. And then the whole movie, like, collides, past and present collide, and his past self as a child collides with his future self. And it's a very beautiful scene and actually quite emotional, which is the beauty of a dream film, that even without like a super structured plot, sometimes they really get you to feel something, which is beautiful. Very beautiful. And I have a controversial opinion about this, but I don't know if it's controversial because I've never seen what people think about this movie. I think Cole went on a villain arc. And I don't mean he's a bad person, but I think he's like an enemy of humanity in a way. Not intentionally. I don't think he's a good person, but that last scene where he has the opportunity to change the past, but he looks back when the girl is screaming. It was almost like he was putting his personal feelings above saving the world. And to me, that generated a bit of anger in me. Of course, doesn't make him a bad person. It makes him human. But yeah. And the film claims that you can't change the future, but I don't think that's really true. I think he had an opportunity, but he blew it. And yeah. What else can I say about this film? I did the best I could. This is a dream film. It's very hard to talk about. I guess we'll just do a little bit more about performances. Sorry. Yawn. Oh yeah, I like this actress. I don't know if she's technically a good actress. She was a little bit like dorky, but I kind of liked her. She's pretty and she's I don't know, she just had like the right vibe. And I did like the her performance. She's not in too many stuff. This is a good movie. I saw it in I saw it once at home, but once in 10th grade history class. Mr. Spears, shout out my man Mr. Spears. Good man. Good man. Oh, she was like the second main character in this. Oh, they made a TV series. What the heck? It's probably like a lot of CGI in this. Like I said, Brad Pitt, great. Bruce Willis was good, but I wouldn't say he was great. Um, Christopher Plummer is in this. I believe that's his name, right? Christopher Plummer from Sound of Music. Great film. Yeah, I don't want to take too much of your time. I honestly just made this video because I was just unhappy. So, yeah. Oh, Manchurian Candidate. That's my favorite film. Just kidding. This is I've actually never seen the original, but I recommended it once upon a time because I heard it was good. No, the original is from like the 50s, I think. Oh, Frank Sinatra. That's awesome. Oh, 60s. Okay. I wonder if this movie is as good as I had heard it is. Alright, guys. Alright, guy. I'll see you later.